Previously on Survivor. The vote on Maeve allowed Charlotte to cash in her bounty for an advantage. The Buy Cutie advantage, allowing her to direct one person to leave Tribal Council and be unable to vote or be voted for. Despite being blindsided, Chelsea was able to reintegrate herself with her former allies and still had her activated Unforgiven idol. Two groups formed. The former outsiders of Charlotte, Alora, and Emily, and the former power players of Ben, Allie, and Chelsea, with Joel choosing to pull himself closer to his former tribe mates, Ben and Allie, to target Alora. Jared sat in the middle and saw it as an opportunity to take out his bounty, Ben, with Alora's extra vote. However, a last-second flip moved the vote to Joel, and Alora forgot to play her extra vote, leading to a tied vote between Alora and Joel. On the revote, Jared flipped and voted out Alora, sending her to the jury with her extra vote still in her pocket. 7 remain. Who will be voted out next?
It is not getting real. It is real.
Is this real life?
Real since Tribal 1.
Oh, that was a
Whoa. I was so scared we were going to rocks. Me too. I was like, if we go to rocks, it's an honorable way to go out. Is it? It's all okay. It's okay. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like the idea of rocks for you guys, and
That's why I want. That's because the reason I was like wanting to still keep you in is because I know that you wouldn't want that for us, and like you were genuine, and like you wanted us to stay in the game, not just on your behalf. Right?
genuine in the game.
Yeehaw Tribe! We are revisiting a fan favorite challenge from previous seasons. Where, as if you look towards the bounty board, you'll see wanted posters. And I have a piece of art to demonstrate what this is like. Here, you see me, but my bottom half are hairy testicles. I have no hair and tiny arms. And it says for being Tom, comma, a pompous dickhead. Give me your job. I wonder who made this piece of art. If I were to guess such a thing, I would say, this is clearly a picture of me. I'm referenced in the name. The artist, the only person who complains about not having my job, Neil. In this circumstance, I would be correct on both counts, meaning I would get 1 point for guessing the subject, 1 point for guessing the artist who drew this masterpiece, and because I guessed both correctly, I will receive a 3rd point. This system will also apply to you, as you guess the artists, the subjects of the wonderful wanted posters on the board. They are numbered. So, on your sheets there, you will write 1, artist, subject, 2, artist, subject. At which point, we will be able to then tally your scores. All right, without further ado, we're gonna get this challenge started. Feel free to stand up and examine the bounty board. You will have, starting now, 3 minutes. Really take the time to examine the lines, the colors, the use of shading. There are touches of character in each wonderful portrait. The subjects, beautifully brought to life by members of our jury. We have tallied the results. Individual immunity back up for grabs. Sheriffary Malone, why don't you tell us about this first picture?
This player is wanted for the crimes of scheming. It is, of course, Allie by the artist Kayla.
Wonderful. Who's our next one?
This player wanted for the crime of too goddamn nice.
Ugh.
Is, of course, Jared by the artist Trent.
Nailed it.
The next player wanted for the crime of the day 2 difference. This is, of course, Chelsea by the artist Mitch. This player, guilty of the crime of being too iconic, is, of course, Emily by the artist Tegan.
Well done. Well done. Good art.
This player, I guess, is wanted for for crimes against cowgirls. That is, of course, Ben by the artist Max.
Well done.
Yeah, by Max, age 28.
Important notes, important notes.
And this player, wanted for fraud, is of course Joel by the artist Trent.
And now that you have seen the art, I will tell you about your scores. Tied in last place with 5 points, we have Chelsea and Charla. In 4th place with 7 points, Allie. Tied in 3rd place, Joel and Jared. These 2 are our top scores. The one with the most points winning individual immunity, and the other scratching at the doors of greatness, not safe from the vote. With 14 points, Emily. Woo! And the next of the 2 with 9 points, Ben. Emily, you do win individual immunity. Congratulations, safe from the vote. Guaranteed spot in top 6. The rest of you, what are we feeling? How much time? 25 minutes until you stay here for Tribal Council.
Okay, so I just want to ask you, Jared, like what your thought process was when you flipped.
My thought process was rocks was not going to work for me.
No,
I
exactly.
didn't want anybody to go that way either. And I was just like, honestly, going into that vote, Laura had that extra vote, and she just didn't play it.
She yelled, "Oh no!" and she forgot to play it.
Yeah, she forgot to play
So
it.
she was going to go on Joel, and she forgot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fucked it.
Wow. Yeah.
So I flipped, and I was
You
like,
would have been out.
I'm like, there's no way I'm letting Laura stay in the game after that.
No, because
I
if
was
you
like, you fucked us
Right.
all the way.
yeah.
So I was like,
That
whatever.
was a huge move.
I was
and
like,
she
I'm
didn't.
not going on rocks because of that. So
Yeah.
so I'm like, I'm flipping. I'm going back. I
Yeah.
know that it
my
puts me
God.
in a terrible spot.
I knew.
But
I felt like that
puts
was.
you in a
But you know what? I
was
came
gonna
back.
happen.
I came back from the edge,
it
and
also puts you in a terrible spot with not us.
yeah.
It doesn't. And I don't know if you're still wanting to work for
Absolutely.
Charlotte
I'm
like them.
yeah. Okay. Well.
But like,
Sorry, I thought you were gonna say with you.
no, I don't know if you're still willing to work. If you would rather work with Charlotte and you'd rather work with Emily, but like we have more numbers.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's up to you, but I think in my opinion, your best game would be with us.
Probably right now with the numbers.
That was tough. I didn't want to put my name down for Joel, but
That's fair.
I know, I just was like, I just don't. I'd rather just fucking play the luck of the draw. Honestly, well, you felt the same way.
I was honestly like, I was like,
Just
all right,
let him-
rocks.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I
what
was.
I
I was like, good, let's just play rocks.
Yeah. think it was Jared that was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him. Like, you know, it's easy for me to say, yeah, go to rocks, dive in the edge.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a tough situation to be in. Yeah, like, how are you guys feeling?
Not safe.
Nervous? Not safe.
Nervous?
Yeah.
I genuinely think it's anyone's game.
Yeah. 100%.
So,
It's just like who has advantages.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This advantage allows you to force another player to leave tribal council and give them a biocuity. It must be played after tribal discussion, but before votes. That player does not get to vote at that tribal council, but cannot be voted for, and are immediately returned to camp. Once you're voted out, you can no longer choose to say biocuity, and this advantage loses all power and cannot be brought back from the edge. It has to be used before like 6 people. So now's my time to use it. I have to. Which means I send one of theirs home. So now we're at 3-3.
Yeah.
So do you think I should tell them that I have it? Because then you're gonna just end up in another lock.
yeah.
Or they're gonna hope that Jared sways. You're not gonna screw me. Because then they'll be like, Charlotte has it, Jared vote with us, and he's gonna do it again. And do it again.
I would maybe keep it to yourself now. I want to think about it.
I was on the.
Okay, so did you hear what happened? Or...
No, me and Ben just said,
Were you talking about this trap? I was talking about the last trap.
Oh, no,
You
I'm
want
just.
to talk about that?
Jared,
You picked me. Like, I knew you flipped.
I didn't. So what happened was,
Whoa. Sorry, Kate said, come again. Okay, what happened?
no.
Who's the 7th?
Listen to him.
okay, so leading up to tribal, we had our conversation, and that was good. And then the other ones, Laura wanted to use her extra vote.
Okay.
So I was like, I think this is a good time to take out Ben, and that's kind of what we had originally went
Yeah.
with.
Who said that?
It was kind of a group decision, and then
Okay,
right
it was a
before
consensus.
tribal, they brought me over there and told me it was you, and I was
Okay,
like, that's
last minute?
yeah. It was
Okay,
right
so
at
they
the
did
end.
lie to you, and then they said Ben, and then last
Well, it
minute
was, I
me.
don't know if it was a lie, but they had
Yeah,
their own
their strategy,
conversation
yeah.
coming up.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like, well, now
You don't really.
it was like I was sitting there like I had it all.
Did you think about it though? Did you think
And then-
about like, oh, this is gonna be a tie vote?
No, because she was supposed to play an extra vote,
Right.
Yeah.
and she didn't.
Did she have an
She
extra?
had.
Yeah, she was like, why she yelled, oh no.
That's why you're still here.
Are you kidding me?
You made me swear.
Yeah, well, yeah, you hitched your carriage to the wrong horse on that one.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
think I was sitting there, man?
That's worse than me saying, like, I'm gonna
Lying to-
vote Jared. And he's like, Jared has immunity. Yeah, I'm not voting Jared. Actually, I'm voting Max.
So I absolutely lied to all of you, and then my alliance decided to not use her extra vote.
She didn't decide. She fucking forgot.
Yeah.
She was up to came back. She was, oh shit.
Yeah.
And we're
Did she have it on her?
No. Oh, she did.
actually she gave it to me. But it's nil. I checked with them. It's nil. So
give me that.
yeah. Yeah, she.
I don't want this going around.
Hey, well,
No, yeah, just take it. I was gonna get rid of it. But, like,
Survivor.
I asked
Anyways.
with Darren, I was like, can I still use this? They're like, no.
Is this the romantic meal happening right now?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Look at that
Who is
lighting.
In my bag by the. It's Arizona.
Do you guys want to just before
Under
we
the
go
table.
over, just vote Charlotte and see how tomorrow goes between all of us?
Like, how do you feel about it?
I mean, I don't have much agency after that. I mean,
Because, yeah, it's the, we're all standing here right now. The immunity I was on the other person.
extra votes or same people. And I'm with you.
Okay. What's the advantage? We don't know what it is. She's gonna use it.
Okay, let's vote.
I know you guys feel like you're on the outs. Yeah. Yeah. I'm here. Hello.
Yeah. If you're open to anything, like, I'm all ears.
Okay.
I want to bring you and Allie along. Yeah. And I think I want to go maybe back to that plan with the camp, but I don't know.
Okay.
That was a thought. I'm
Question
not.
for you guys. Do you guys have any advantages that you're willing to use? That we can get potentially. I don't know if Allie's going to move.
Yeah.
Is there any extra votes? Any steals? Anything?
We have some advantages for sure.
Okay. Any that will actually get us going?
Yeah.
Okay. Where we could go 3 against them.
Yeah.
Easily?
Yeah. That's a sure thing.
Okay.
I don't know.
Let me talk to
Manitoulin is
Jared.
pretty. I like
Yeah,
it.
first.
It's lovely. I have a friend.
And then we'll figure out. It's just hard to share right now, but
Totally. I get it.
call Jared and see what he's feeling.
I am afraid. I do think if they played an idol, I don't think it's an idol. He said it was born brewing. Yeah. So I like don't think it's idol. I know. I did the she got the quick draw. But who got like, because there's been so many people voted out, so many bounties. There's got to be like idols out there, no?
No, honestly, like I've been keeping track of all of it. I believe Chelsea has one. Chelsea got one for voting, for having a vote on herself.
I
That's
know
why
Chelsea
that
has
one's
an idol.
That's just one. And then
He's not idol now.
she didn't want the two of you guys to know about the fact that she had Aurora for the bounty.
Right.
They want her.
That's okay. That's not.
I know, but it's fine.
So what was the next thing on there?
Something like Born Brewing.
Okay, I gotcha.
But it could be.
Nice art.
Thank you.
Really nice.
They have a lot of advantages. They have a lot of advantages that just got it out of them. So, I don't know how many.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like I've been pretty upfront with you, except for that last vote. It was print, but I'll say it. I haven't heard from
I wonder why.
I wonder. There's concern that, Chelsea had obviously known that we wanted to vote out Ben. And so I think I let the paranoia get to me, and I suggested that we vote out Joel.
I feel like there's something on my mind, which is fine.
I mean, yeah, that's what they said when we were in the group there, because they're like, Emily got immunity, and I was standing there, so
Yeah,
it was like, well, I guess we'll leave Charlotte then, and then go tomorrow. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay.
So I'm debating telling possibly Chelsea
Okay.
and saying, look,
I think Chelsea would be the number one that we could swing, because they're like 3 blues, right?
because I'm gonna say if you right now if it's like 4 and 3, I'm gonna send someone home, and now you're gonna be 3 and 3, and we're gonna be a lock, and then we're gonna see where it goes.
I think
Or
Chelsea's open probably to.
I think would you commit if we got me, Emily, Chelsea, and you? That's 4 votes.
Yeah.
You're on board.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I'm not screwing over again. I'm sorry for kind of blurting that out in there, but it was kind of like backs against the wall kind of thing.
I'm glad you did it. Honestly, I'm glad you did it.
Because
it's at least we're all here.
Yeah.
Like we could have been gone.
Yeah.
Just heartbreaking, but like, yeah. Okay. If you're good with that, ride or die, man. I'm with you all the way.
let's work on Chelsea.
Okay, sounds good.
It's,
Who are we going for, Ben?
that's the bounty I have. So that's why I was bummed that we were changing it.
I
So
know,
it was like,
that was on Emily did that last minute, and I was like, why? And I'm like, I don't understand. I thought
I was so pissed.
it made no
'cause I was
sense.
like, we can get a bounty now.
I
We can use it
know.
for our.
I
And we wouldn't have anyways because.
yeah.
So both of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I just talked to Chelsea and Allie, and I tried to convince them to vote out Ben.
Okay, then
They said they were going to talk about it, but I think they know that it's going to be 2 and 2, and it's going to be tough. Like, they need to break right now.
or do you think why not?
I think we all know that Ben's a threat, and it's final 6.
Okay, I know that I'm getting voted for. Joel already told me.
Yeah.
So I'm the other one. So it's between me and the other person. So I'm gonna play my. Unless if you're good to stick with me, Jared's good to stick with me. He's talking to Kelsey right now. I feel like he's good with me. So if it's the 4 of us, if
I
not,
just like Jared has to be with us, because, like, unless by some fluke he managed to weasel his way into one of those 2 alliances. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of starting from scratch, so to speak. I'm confident that Charlotte and Jared still want to work with me. I think that's kind of their only hope of staying in the game at this point, unless by some miracle there's an insane shakeup, which honestly, given the last 3 tribal councils, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I just received the idol from Alora.
Fuck yeah.
It's a quick draw idol. I have to put it at this council. Okay? I have to.
Okay. So what do we do?
We find out what who Ben wants to vote. Do we need to play the idols on ourselves? We throw a vote on Ben. The girls are voting on Ben.
As far as I know, she also said your name right before you came over. She said, "Oh, how would you feel about flipping on Allie?" And I was just like, you know what, you gotta do what you gotta do, but I'm not flipping on Allie. I just wanted to get more clarity what I had, you know. She said, "Look, it's a really good point that we switch alliances at this point." And I was like, I can't just switch alliances. I don't know you guys.
I was really solid about Ben, but I feel like Ben is holding Joel above me in terms of his odds. And I told him and Joel where we're at, and then he like let it slip in a conversation in front of Jared. And I was like, dude, we just let it slip.
What we do is either we do Jared or we do, because Jared's very fucking wishy-washy.
And I feel like I have a bit of a power move right now because I just got that idol. And like a lot of names are being thrown out, including mine. The girls are suggesting that I flip on Ben, who's one of my like earliest alliances, which I would feel really bad about.
So, do we do Jared here or Ben? Because Jared, he's like, I'm willing to go.
But then that still leaves like Joel and Ben together.
I don't even know if I can start talking on like who's thinking who, but I don't have any idea yet.
Just like everyone and no one.
I'm like, obviously it was divided pretty clearly.
Yeah.
Four and four.
Yeah.
So obviously now we're at 4 and 3. So, but Emily has immunity, so I feel like it's on her.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yeah. I like. It's not an easy vote, but like if we put enough people in Charlotte, and then we all make it to day 3, right?
And I know you have like a quick draw. I don't know if it's good too.
You're touching your face a lot right now. Have you heard any like of our names, like of the alliance? Not alliance, sorry, I didn't say alliance, like of the people that voted with each other in the last one?
I think that all 4 of us. My name. I've heard my name. I've heard your name.
Yeah. Heard my name?
Not in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. I was telling Ben, I actually haven't heard anyone's name. I haven't had much talking. I'm on the outs because I've been probably talking to Charlotte. She's like, I know you're voting for me. I was like, I'm kind of thinking that, unfortunately, like I'm not looking to swing against the people that just saved me.
It's probably time to vote these people too.
Yeah, like I just like it was obvious. Like, I'm not turning on these people right now.
Either way, totally get it.
If you like want to make a move before the final day, that's cool too. Yeah.
And, you know, whatever your move is, like, totally understand. And it's a game.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. And if it, honestly, I have no hard feelings if it happens, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm just happy that you guys are like kind of on the same page. I know my name is like.
But you know what though? You're so right about having to make this work.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Okay. Good to know. Well, you guys can keep chatting. Okay.
Back! Yeehaw tribe, long time no see. Jared. A quicker tribal period this time around after quite the dramatic time at tribal council, ending with Alora joining our jury. You had a chance to speak to each other before that second vote was cast. What do you think happened in that time?
I think that none of us really wanted to go to rocks in that situation, and so I flipped my vote onto Aurora, and all of us are still here. So that's what happened.
All of you except Alora.
Yes.
Charlotte.
It must have been a little bit of relief at that last tribal council, for you in particular, maybe being one of the two people, once again, who are still in this game at top 7 coming back from the edge. When that tie vote came up, and your name was not one of them, were you surprised? Or was that all according to plan?
I wasn't surprised. I was really bummed because it seemed like a sure thing from the votes on one side. So
elaborate on that. What was the sure thing supposed to be to your mind?
Well, I guess everybody knows this. Alora had 2 votes and she forgot to play it. So
2 votes for who? I imagine.
2 votes for Joel. We are all of us already know this. Blah, blah, blah.
Wonderful.
So that was more shock. But as always, I'm just happy as a clam not to see my name on pieces of paper right now. And I know that can change very quickly, and I'm sure I'll see my name very soon.
Chelsea. We can be a little more open and honest with each other at this point, dirty laundry aired and all that. After what happened, votes being flipped, allegiances questioned, did you find any security in your game after that tribal council? Or are you now caught in the middle of 2 different alliances trying to force their agendas on the game?
Yeah, I am caught in between every single person. It's not even like alliances anymore. It's just people. Like, everyone has a different opinion. Everyone wants this, everyone wants that. And we have to try and come with a consensus on what's beneficial for the group right now, because essentially we are looking at final 2. So we have to see, who has been playing a good game, who hasn't been playing a good game. And I think everyone up here has been playing an amazing game. So eliminating people that we think we might have to in order to get to that spot and try and secure our own spot, which is almost impossible to do because everyone has their own story, and yeah, it's just really hard.
Allie, you can go ahead and cast the first vote. Yes, Charlotte. What would that be? Matt?
I wouldn't run that fast for a second.
The little cowboy hat proves its authenticity. This is the Buy Cutie by Born Brewing Advantage. Charlotte, did you read what this does?
I did, yeah.
And how would you like to use this advantage?
I would like to give that beer to my buddy Joel and send it back to him. Not both.
So, for our audience, this advantage allows our tribe to say bye cutie to one of the tribe members. This will make them safe from the vote, but they also do not get to participate in the vote. They return to camp effective immediately. Joel, this has been played for you. No, you can enjoy it. You mean drink it now?
We got a knife, keys.
If no one has a knife, Max?
Everybody sweats. I'm sorry.
Alright, we're good. I'll just chug this.
Try to enjoy the delicious beer by Born Brewing.
Seems like
Before chugging the rest of it, I must add that the sour wheat ale has a nice hint of raspberry mint.
Hell yeah, it does.
I wanted to drink it.
And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Of course you would.
Shout out to this beer, it was incredible. I chugged 2/3 of it. Great chugging beer, also great sipping beer for the first third. Why it was played on me, I did tell Charla before going to this vote. I've been just trying to be frank with people, and hey, I'm gonna vote for you because I can't vote for Emily, and obviously you're the other person that voted for me in the second vote, so I'm just gonna stick with the people that hung by me and just count my blessings on that one. I wonder if there's a discussion going on right now about me being a potential threat in the sense that I just had a flip vote for me that honestly kind of didn't make sense. I think going to rocks or eliminating would have made more sense for a lot of people's long-term strategies in that game. So I'll think on that for a little bit, and if they're not talking, then me and Charlotte are gonna have to have a discussion about it. But whatever it was, thanks for the beer, Charlotte. Appreciate it.
Perfect.
I'll keep that. You're no longer. You can keep that as a memento.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna keep this. Go ahead and head back to camp. Maybe you'll get filled in later tonight.
Well, I get dinner there.
For the rest of you, obviously, Joel is no longer here. If you're planning on voting for him, you can't. Allie, go ahead and cast your vote.
It's a very well played game. But I think it's time for game ends. Freshly opened.
Final six, if everybody's telling me the truth. Sorry. Final six, if everyone's telling me the truth. You can edit that out.
Yeehaw, tribe. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol, now would be the time to play it. Okay.
Oh, $5?
Hey, good enough for me, you know what I'm saying?
That's all it takes?
Do you need the thing too?
I would love to see the thing, but I know that this is authentic.
I'm playing it for myself.
Wonderful. This is the quick draw idol. All votes cast against Allie will not count. Ben.
I only have one vote, and there's 6 people now, so it's 1 and 6, so this is basically the same.
Very well, sir. Would you like to choose your shot?
Yes.
That one? All right. Ben, tell me, do you feel lucky?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and unwrap that. Show the camera. Now you can show your trap. Shot in the dark, taken. Thank you, Ben. Hey, you're not dead yet. Not safe. All votes cast for Ben will count. First vote. Charlotte. Second vote. Ben. Third vote. Ben. 2 votes Ben, 1 vote Charlotte. Fourth vote. Ben. That is 3 votes for Ben, 1 vote for Charlotte. Last vote. Ben. Ben, you will be joining our jury. Next tribe member to do so. Ben, the tribe has spoken. ahead and join the jury. The rest of you, congratulations. Top 5. Enjoy the night.
You know, my first goal was to not be the first person voted out. My second goal was to make play with the idols. Hopefully I get in them. I ended up not getting any substantial or any real advantages. Hard advantages, I guess I should say. They're all soft, doing with the snake oil play, which surprise worked, but it did. And then also with the bounty that I got, it was just a little bit too late. Overall, I'm pretty happy. I gotta say, go Joel. You know, he didn't even have to vote for me, so I'm saying I had a great time. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how the top 6 goes.
Next time on Survivor, the final 6 face off on day 3 to win a spot in the final 2 and become the next sole survivor.